GoFest Seattle 2022 is going to be an absolute blast, and I'm going to help you guys prep to make sure that you can maximize out on this event from everything I learned in Berlin. So with all that said, welcome to the Trainer Club. Here we go. Welcome back, my Trainer Club. GoFest 2022 Seattle. Are you going? And if you're not going, I think I can help you out on that. So let's get into this video. I want to make sure you guys are ready for everything coming out. And we also have Dialga coming out soon, and then we have Cresselia as well as Darkrai going down in the event in Seattle. So we're going to go over all the details. If you already know about the details, I suggest you guys skip out on this. We're going to have a video coming out where I'm going to suggest, is it going to be worth your time to do the bonuses of the egg hatching as well as the raiding in Seattle, based on my experience and playing with them both in Berlin as well. So definitely check out the GoFest playlist. I have all the resources, including how to get yourself a guaranteed shiny unknown during the event. And if you do want the Discord, it's also pinned in the comments below to get you in there, and the Patreon to get you more exclusive raids, including even if you're not attending Seattle and you do want Cresselia and Darkrai raids, getting into those groups. Most of those groups will probably have people going to Seattle that will be able to send you those raids throughout the weekend. All right, so we have approximately 15 days until Seattle, so we're gonna wanna max out on this event as much as possible. You're gonna be playing on either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, which is gonna be the 22nd through the 24th, and do not worry, I will be there at the Content Creator Meetup, which I will have a video coming out soon to tell you guys exactly where that is, but you guys will be able to find me there for this event. So I definitely will be at the event as well. I will be walking around, and if you don't find me there, definitely get out to the Content Creator Meetup where I will be stationed, where I can meet you guys. I'm excited to meet all you guys out there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And so for the GoFest, you're gonna have to choose if you want to have your GoFest experience in the morning in the park, in the afternoon in the city, or the city in the morning and the afternoon at the park. It's totally up to you. I really don't think that there's too much of a difference in there for that. There's gonna be a trading post to get yourself a trade. So one of my suggestions in here for one of your tips is, if you want something valuable, bring something valuable in return to give it away. Unless it's something like myself, I have a lot of Maractus, I don't really care about that. However, if it was something like a rare shiny and you do want that, I'm probably, for me personally, not gonna trade or suggest to trade that, because it's gonna be a lot of Stardust if it's somebody brand new. But at the same time, if you do want to do that, I suggest being patient in Pokemon Go. At some point, you may be able to get that in the future, but you're gonna have to trade something rare in return, so do be aware of that situation. There is going to be a plethora of photo ops throughout this event. It is gonna be, in my opinion, the North America is the flagship event for GoFest, and there will also be a t-shirt for everybody to get. Ticket holders will be getting snapshot surprises. I'm gonna assume that it's probably either the Mo Rotom that we have seen in Berlin, or we're gonna get a different Rotom coming out. There will be confetti in-game as well as stickers. For the park experience, you're gonna be able to do 6 special trades for that day, so make sure to take advantage of them. Do not leave them to the end. Get one of your posts if you guys do want to trade. Put on there what you have to trade and what you're willing to trade for it. That's a great way. And reduce Stardust, meaning 50% reduction. So for the city experience, you're gonna get 9 free raid passes included in your ticket that you will get synchronistically from completing raids and then spinning or getting into the next raid battle, so don't forget to use all of those. Go Rocket balloons will be appearing more frequently, and you will get 2 mysterious components for the price of 1 battle every single time you do that. So if you do want 12-kilometer eggs, this is a very easy way to get it, and a very easy way additionally to battle the Go Rocket leaders. However, just remember, that's gonna be taking away time for your event. And for the entire event, it's gonna be half incubator distance. And additionally, let's talk quickly about the Raid Lover add-on, or the basically Adventurer Hatcher add-on as well. So for the raid add-on, the Raid Lover, if you love raids and if you plan on doing a lot of raids, this would be a great thing to add on, because you are getting 12 free raid passes from, I mean, it's not free raid passes, you're basically paying for 12 free raid passes. 5,000 additional XP per raid, which is great for anybody that is going to be getting the additional XP and trying to get to level 50. 6 additional candy from all tier 5 raids, and 3 additional XL candy from all tier 5 raids. However, remember, raiding is going to take away from catching Pokemon, and if Seattle is what it was like in Berlin, when you are in the city experience, you will be getting global GoFest spawns, meaning every spawn from the park that was in a habitat will now be spawning in the wild. So if you do raid for it and you have all these extra raid passes that you've paid for, the XL candy is really nice, the XP is really nice, but it is gonna take away from catching Pokemon, which is one of the biggest downsides of raiding. And then the critical hatch. Honestly, I like the critical hatch because it allowed me to blow through eggs really fast, because it brings down the egg hatch distance to a quarter. That does not stack with the half. It takes over the half and it is now a quarter. You're also gonna get 2 times hatch candy, 2 times hatch Stardust, and 2 times hatch XP. However, the biggest downside here is that there are not specific Go Fest 2-kilometer eggs, so you're getting the regular egg pool unless they change it. So in my opinion, this is also not really worth the money. And now let's look into some of the spawns and the areas. So when you are in the Go Fest location, please be very fast, be very efficient. Make sure to know exactly what you want as soon as you get in there. I'm also gonna have a video coming out. You guys wanna stay tuned to this Go Fest playlist and revisit it frequently to be prepared. That is going to include how I go about managing the park experience in Pokemon Go. How I go in, how I make a quick loop, and how I go about it. You're definitely gonna wanna check out that video to make sure you're fully prepared for this event. The Cloud Sanctuary is gonna include Togetic, it's going to include Woobat, as well as Rufflet. If you do not have any of these shinies and you desperately want one of them, such as Rufflet, which has been a little bit rarer, definitely wanna play a little bit of time in this area. And then we have the Oasis. So Oasis is going to include Alolan Executor, it's gonna include the Sandy Burmy that does have a shiny, as well as the Alolan Executor that has a shiny, Gibble that does have a shiny, and this is going to be where you find the shiny Panpour. However, if you live in America, I'm just going to point this out, that Panpour is a spawn of our region, and if the same thing pursuits as it does here, obviously you want to get the Panpour in this event because the shiny rates are boosted, so it's going to be a lot easier. But at the same time, if there's other Pokemon in different spawns that are more lucrative or more appetizing to you, maybe stay to those regions. And then next we have the Dreamy, we have the Drowsy, we have the Snorlax that does have a shiny, and I would assume that it's going to be a Cowboy hat Snorlax as well. Not positive, it doesn't state, it hasn't been mentioned, but I am going to assume since it was in Berlin. Then we also have the Teddy Ursa with a shiny, and Litwick that does not have a shiny yet. And then finally we have the Electric Garden, which is going to be my favorite for you guys because we have the Voltorb, not my favorite thing in here, but we have Foongus and Combee, which do have shinies. Combee is going to be the event shiny, as well as the other shinies in this event, which is going to be the Panpour and the Simipour from the Panpour evolution. Vespiquen is going to have a new shiny, but you need to get the shiny Combee in the female form with the little triangle on it. And those two Pokemon are giving additional Stardust, so they are great Stardust boosts. So sitting in this habitat with star pieces on, not only could get you great shinies, but it can also get you a lot more Stardust. And then we also have the Helioptile. And then we also have the Unowns and the Snorlax. I know you guys do see the cowboy hat on the Snorlax, but there is an asterisk from Leak Duck, shout out to him for putting together all this amazing graphics, that this specific Pokemon has not been leaked for or announced for this event yet. But the Unowns are great. We do have basically Ultra, U, L, R, T, A. We have E, S, and B out there. That's why I said in the 6th anniversary to not raid for the E shiny. Do not do it. Save your raid passes, save your time. You have a much higher chance of getting it when it does come out in Go Fest. Trust me, I almost got all of them. The ones I'm gonna be looking for is Unknown A and Unknown E. Those are the shinies that I did not get in Berlin. If you wanna see my complete Berlin experience, check out the vlog out here. And then for the city experience, you're gonna get Cresselia as well as Darkrai. They do have shinies. It seemed like the shiny rates were a little boosted for this Pokemon, to be quite honest with you. I loved, honestly, having the Raid Lover Pass and getting the extra XL candy for these Pokemon. However, at the same time, I would much rather be focusing on the spawns of these events because we've already seen plenty of Cresselia as well as Darkrai in the raid battles. And then you will be getting the Forme Shaymin as well as Buzzwole as the Pokemon coming out during this event, which we will check out those tips as we get closer to the event. And I'm gonna be able to give you a lot more of what's actually going on and what you should focus on and what the 100% IVs on here. This is just a general prep guide to make sure you're ready for Go Fest. And then obviously we'll have collection challenges as well, but let's now get into my top tips, starting off with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is gonna be the items. And I know before I get into this, some of you guys are gonna be like, dude, you are completely ludicrous. You are out of your mind. I don't understand why you recommend such large quantities of things. Well, let me put this into perspective. When I was in Berlin, I was catching an average of 1,000 Pokemon per day. Additionally speaking, we have things that are spawning, such as Combee, such as Snorlax, and other Pokemon that are a little bit harder to catch, right? Combee is gonna be the brand new shiny in Go Fest. Snorlax is a great Pokemon to get XL candy for, and I mean, how often do you get a ton of Snorlax spawns? And then you're gonna get shinies on top of that as well, including unknown shinies and other things that you may want to use berries for, in specific golden raspberries, pineapple berries, ultra balls, and other things. So this is gonna be why I am recommending all these things. Additionally, throughout the weekend, I used an average of 110 golden raspberries per day, okay? Just to put that into perspective. And I blew through all my great balls and all of my ultra balls. I was not as stacked up as I would have liked to. So here we go to start prepping now. Where do you get ultra balls? Number 1, gifts. Gifts Gifts are a great place to get Ultra Balls and Great Balls. Also, spin as many stops as possible. And if you are overloaded on Pokeballs, delete some of your Pokeballs and keep spinning stops, delete some, spin stops, and try to move that ratio up to the Great and the Ultra Ball counts. Okay, so that's very, very important. So here we go. As far as Ultra Balls and Great Ball combination, I would say 500 Ultra Balls, 300 Great Balls, and then the rest can be Pokeballs. And this is if you have a max bag, and if you don't have a max bag, get as many Ultra Balls as possible, have a little bit of Pineapple Berries, and then also have a little bit of golden raspberries. And then moving on, we have pineapple berries. I honestly didn't use too many pineapple berries because there were so many spawns, I didn't really want to waste that additional time. So what I would do is, I mean, honestly, 300 to 500 pineapple berries would be definitely sufficient. Once again, getting those from gifts is a great way. However, now we're gonna get into silver pineapple berries, which you get from mega raids, and also the golden raspberries. I would suggest to come in with at least 300 golden raspberries throughout the weekend. The reason being is raid battles, rare shinies, and Pokemon that are gonna give you additional Stardust, in specific Combee, that is gonna be harder to catch. I used so many golden raspberries on Combees throughout the weekend, which helped me gain over 1 million Stardust in the weekend. So 1 million Stardust, 3,000 catches, and a lot of XP, and a lot of shinies is definitely worth this type of prep. So that's gonna be as far as the berries go. The balls go, and then additionally speaking, for the bag clearance, I went into GoFest with 1,000 spaces open in my bag. For this GoFest, I'm gonna continue to trade, and my goal is to have over 2,000 spaces in my bag. In preferential, you guys would have at least 33% of your bag cleared out. So those are gonna be all of those tips to help you guys max out. I know it sounds crazy, but trust me, if you are a hardcore player and you go after it, you're gonna wanna check out my quick catch and AR catching trick and the GoFest playlist up here, which I will put those in there all in the same playlist to make sure you guys are ready for GoFest in every facet, including guaranteed shiny unknowns and how to maximize your Stardust. And additionally, I suggest you guys come into the event with 12-kilometer eggs because you're gonna get half incubator distance. If you are on the adventurer bonus, you're gonna be getting a quarter incubator distance with a super incubator, guys. You are gonna be tearing through these eggs very fast. That is 2 kilometers for a 12-kilometer egg, putting a star piece on and getting all that Stardust. And if you did have that quarter egg hatch distance, you will be getting double Stardust coming from here, which is gonna be virtually right off the bat 200,000 Stardust. So if you are doing that bonus, that is a great way for you guys to completely max out, which then gonna lead us into tip number 2. Tip number 2 is gonna be, what do you bring to the GoFest? What is gonna be important for you guys to have? So for GoFest, honestly speaking, I would suggest a poncho. I would suggest maybe a head umbrella. That would be pretty good to, if you have to play in the rain, you can play with your phone and it doesn't have to get wet. Number 3, bring a hoodie, just in case. Bring sunscreen, very important. Bring a hat, also more important. I sometimes also wear long sleeves because it's more effective for me not to wear sunscreen and not have to worry about reapplying and just be covered up. With a hat on, it's gonna cover my head. And if you want a safari hat, it's also gonna cover your head and your neck to make sure you're fully prepared for the event. Also, additionally, having a camelback backpack is really effective because you can have water in there. Also, I suggest that you guys bring bars for food. You put some electrolytes in your water. All these things are gonna be pinned in the comments below where you can find the things that I suggest. And then obviously, battery pack, fully charged, that has at least 15 to 20,000 milliamps so that you guys can have 2 to 3 charges throughout the day. Having an auto catcher is gonna be very important as well. And then additionally speaking, I suggest that you guys are bringing cords. I would suggest at least an iPhone cord as well as an Android cord, which is gonna be a USB-C cord that is going to help charge you and potentially friends that are gonna be out there. Being prepared for others is always very beneficial and helpful. And additionally, there are some pretty cool phone cooling fans out there that I suggest that you may consider checking out, because when it's in the middle of the summer, and I don't know what the weather is going to be in Seattle, but in Berlin, when it was hot, your phone screen gets very dim to keep your phone from overheating, right? It's a natural mechanism in the phone, or else the phone would have to power off so it does not basically explode, right? Or melt or cause some type of internal dysfunction. So having a phone fan for your phone may also be something great for you guys as well. So those are my tips. Make sure to get them, make sure to be on top of them. Have the bars. If you guys do want some bars, I love the Go Macro bars. They are hardy, they are healthy, they definitely provide sustainable energy throughout the day, especially when you may be wanting to grind throughout the day without taking a break. So, on to tip number 3. Tip number 3 is gonna be talking about starting to gym right now as much as possible to get additional Pokecoins if you are a free-to-play player, or even if you're not, do that. What I suggest doing is in the event, do not use premium lore modules. There was many a time where premium lore modules were blocking unknown spawns. Do not, once again, use premium lore modules. Use regular lore modules throughout the entire weekend. Trust me, there are plenty of spawns to go around, and you do not want to have a Numel or a Sandshrew popping up instead of an unknown that could have been shiny. Trust me on this, do not do it. Use regular lures, they are cheaper, and they are going to make sure that every spawn is basically gonna be what is intended during the event and nothing will be blocked. Next, I suggest lining up your friendship bonuses for this weekend to rank up. So get your friendship bonuses up, make sure to get after it, make sure to keep interacting with these friends and then save them for your GoFest day. I also suggest that you guys line up special trades with people that are gonna be on your friends list that you do know are going, and you get them done early in the day. If you do not have a ticket for a day and they have a ticket for a day, do not trade in the park. Trade outside of the park. In the park, it's gonna be 40 to 100 million Stardust per trade. So unless somebody wants to blow the most expensive trade for nothing, do not do it. Get out of the park and do it when it is not both of your game days. That's gonna be effective. So making sure to be away from the park, have that happen. In the park, it only works if you both have the same exact play day to max out. And additionally, start stocking up on all the Pokemon that you do want to trade, that you do want to also get luckies, and if you have regional requests that are gonna be special trades, you are bringing something that's valuable in return. And for me, if I'm trading away a regional, I always ask for meta relevant Pokemon such as a shiny Dino, which I already have 298s now, which I'm really grateful for, or shiny Mudkip, or shiny Trico, something that will eventually have a really cool mega, or is a legendary meta relevant Pokemon. Like if I'm gonna give away a Maractus and somebody has extra shiny Reshiram, I'll ask for that. I know that's a little bit extensive, but you know, shiny Mudkip is not, shiny Sceptile is not, or Trico, or anything like that. So just to put that into perspective of if you are asking for one of those Pokemon, that's what I want in return because I'm really about function. Maybe you'll want something else, but having relevant things and bringing your regional, if you are traveling from international, will be very valuable. Trust me, you'll get a lot out of it. People will be in demand, they will be loving it, they will be wanting it. So make sure to do that, to bring your regionals in high quantities, and at least, I would say at least 10 to 15 for trades throughout the weekend for other people. And then also get into groups or know people that are gonna be playing. If you wanna jump into the Discord, once again, that's gonna be in the pinned comments below, that you can mass trade during this event and get lucky Pokemon, because remember, we get guaranteed XL candy for trades with 0 kilometers. So wherever you are, even if you were both playing GoFest, you're only gonna miss out on 2 regular candies, which is not that big of a deal. You are getting that guaranteed XL candy, which then gives you the ability to get lucky Pokemon. So finding people that are willing to mass trades all your rares throughout the event is going to be important. So there you guys go. That is gonna be all the tips for GoFest 2022 Seattle. Make sure to get there, make sure to max out, make sure to have fun. Even if you are not going to play, come to the atmosphere, come to the environment. I will see you guys out the content creator meetup and some additional things that are gonna be very fun in Pokemon Go, which you guys will find out very soon. And I will additionally be doing a giveaway for GoFest tickets. So thank you guys for tuning in as always. To all of my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to Xflow, I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and rating all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.